I am live on the ACM carpet with Miss Bebe Rexha, the owner of the #2 song in the Billboard Hot 100 right now.
But I wish it was #1, so you better buy it. I'm just joking.
Darn Drake, right? Drake is ruining all our fun these days.
It's still #1 for me. I let it be Drake. Daddy.
But I gotta ask, because your career is such an interesting one. You've had so many hits, but so many different kinds of hits. Could you have ever guessed that up to this point, your biggest smash hit would be a country record?
No, I think that's interesting. You don't know where you're. I know it sounds corny, but you don't know what's meant for you or what's meant to be. And I always had this thought in my head of how my career would go, and by 17, and it's it went in a totally different direction. But there's a beauty in that, I think.
It's amazing. Now, you recently announced the pre-order and really the album, Expectations. We're finally going to get it, the debut album, and pre-order is available right now. I hear that title, and I feel pressure, right? I'm like, oh, Expectations. Why did you name it Expectations?
I named my album Expectations because I felt like going to Hollywood and LA and being in the music business, or I thought money would bring me happiness and being famous would bring me happiness, but I find that it's really, that wasn't what I expected at all. It's like the little things. It's my family, it's my mom, it's my dog, it's a cup of coffee in the morning. So I think that life, the expectations that I had about certain things kind of let me down, but it's good though.
Yeah, and here you are with one of the.
Sad, but
No, not at all. I think that
other things make me happy,
Yeah, it's a great perspective that you have.
There's no such thing as fairy tales. I think love requires work and a lot of other things.
Yeah, you sound like you're in a good place right now, Bebe.
I hope so.
Now, you recently had a dinner that I didn't know about, but I think Billboard premiered this news with 30 women.
Yeah.
Were these singers, were these women in the music industry? What was this dinner all about?
It was called Women in Harmony, and I wanted to bring together all the younger, up and coming, or more established songwriters, and females around in their 20s, or not. There wasn't an age limit, but I wanted to the younger generation to kind of come together, because sometimes we're kind of put against each other and competitive, and I don't want that in the female part of the business. I want us to uplift each other and support each other and make room for other females.
Was it almost something that you wish you could have had as a young songwriter?
Absolutely. I wish I could have been in a room with some of my favorite writers. It would have given me so much more confidence. So there was other writers there that were oh my gosh, and everybody was giving their numbers to each other, putting their numbers in each other's phones. So I'm like, oh my God, imagine if a big song comes out of this. It would be amazing.
It would be amazing. Now, how did Meant to Be and the runaway success of that venture into the world of country music, how did that affect the sound of Expectations?
I think it's a lot more stripped down, and there's different sides of me and what I loved, and what I went back to my roots of I loved No Doubt and Alanis Morissette and Lauryn Hill, and wrote these more real, honest songs, and there's a lot more guitar, and I think Meant to Be helped me see that you could have success with a record that's just honest and raw. It doesn't have to be hidden by 10 million sounds.
Now, when will we get Expectations? Because, of course, the pre-order is out right now.
June 22nd. I'm trying to remember the date in my head. I'm yeah, June 22nd.
That's a huge day, though. Your debut album, for such a student of the game as you are, this has to be enormous.
I'm just kind of I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do and writing the songs and mixing them, finishing them up the final touches, and wishing for the best.
Whatever is meant to be.
Yeah, will be.
Will be. Thank you so much, Bebe.
Thank you.